What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Rollin Trade. Back again with my homie Jeff, as always. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna be kicking some shit today.
Kicking shit.
Got another fun one, and I'm about to roll up some of this good gas while we get everything kicking off, man. But first and foremost, man, let me congratulate the homie Jeff on his new addition to the family. My man just had a child.
Yes, man. A beautiful baby girl.
On the 22nd, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
22nd. 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Word. It's the day before my birthday.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
The 23rd at 2:38 p.m., dog.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on that. That's big, man.
My brother.
For sure. I'm sure that was life changing. We talked about it a little bit off camera, but
right.
Just, how has that experience been for you, man?
It's been a beautiful experience. So this is my second child, my second daughter. And it was just as beautiful as the first time, to be real.
Yeah.
I kept wondering, like, bro, how am I gonna love anybody as much as I love my baby? You know what I'm saying? And what I quickly found out is it's not like you have to love either one more or less. Mm-hmm. Nigga, your heart just grows so big that you got so much love.
Okay.
For him.
So it's like a newfound. You done took your heart, like you said, and expanded to another level that you didn't even know you had,
bro.
Man, that's beautiful.
I'm telling you,
that's
it really
beautiful.
Is, bro.
Yeah. That is beautiful, man, because you know what I'm saying? I know you probably had that feeling, like you said beforehand, like, damn, how am I about to share all this?
Yeah.
Especially because you got two little girls. So,
and,
you know how daddies are with their girls. You know what I mean? You a girl dad, bro.
Yeah,
like
sure.
100%. So, nah, that's dope, man. Can't really beat that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's lovely, man. So, congrats again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no, of course.
Really
man. Of course, man.
Of
course.
Yep.
Love it, bro. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Real solid, man. And I think it's how's your past week been?
It's been good,
general, bro. Outside of everything, been super busy, but
outside of the baby, I've been still on the grind. Yeah, that's a daily thing.
Yeah,
but things are coming along. I'm seeing a lot of the footwork I'm putting in start to lead me somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's been good, dog. Just constantly on the grind. What about yourself?
Yeah, same, man, same. And kind of leads me into like the first topic I kind of wanted to get on, man, is just because I know you haven't had a whole lot of alone time lately, but like having alone time and solitude has kind of been like on my mind lately. Just I mean, I've been spending a whole lot of time, just like enjoying my solitude, and I don't mean just being by myself. I mean literally, like sometimes I'll sit at the crib in silence, or like not watch TV or reading a book or something like that, but like, and I'm just always curious to what other people do, you know what I'm saying, to find solitude through their times. Like right now, you're real busy, so every moment you have to yourself is so precious, I'm sure. Is. So like, what are you doing right now to like, whenever you do have your alone time, you know what I mean? Like to yourself.
For me, it's especially maneuvering around a new child right now, I think I get up super early in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I kind of had that time where I'm kind of like, in the mornings when I'm most motivated, I'm most ambitious, my brain's the sharpest.
I work the same way.
So the morning times I really like to take that for myself. I like to read. I try to read at least a chapter of whatever book I'm on. That just kind of sharpens up my mind for the day. I also like to just kind of like set those goals up. And then I just take my time to kind of pray. Whoever you may pray to, please do it. You know what I'm saying? But I do take the time to pray. Mm-hmm. Even if it's just right quick, I tap in with God. Some mornings I have those long discussions, but I do try to pray. I think praying and reading for me is it's real healthy for my mental, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it just keeps shit clear, bro. I'm off the social media. I'm not doom scrolling as much. I'm not watching mindless entertainment. I'm actually like working my mind, and that's always good to get it going in the morning like that.
Yeah.
So I do that, and of course, I come outside to my little man cave situation. I roll me one, and that's like my real good time alone. I kind of sit and think back on what I've done and where I'm going, what I'm trying to do. So that's kind of what I do for that peace of mind at alone time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do shit pretty much the same thing too, man. Like, and it's funny because whenever, I don't know about you, but I know like when I first started smoking like regularly, it wasn't with intention. Like I wasn't smoking with intention. You know what I mean? I was just smoking to get high
To
or
get
just
high.
like whatever. Like it was like whether it was a party setting or whatever the type,
Right.
the vibe was. But it wasn't intentional. Like I wasn't setting my intentions before I smoked and stuff like I do now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's certain times where I may, like you said, I may need to have a moment to myself. I may set up and smoke, and this is like a peaceful smoke.
Yes.
Like, but I may wake and bake, you know what I mean? And that may be something else to like kind of get my mind going and get, organized and get set up to start rolling through the day.
Right.
Like those are two different totally type of vibes. And then at night, may smoke before I go to sleep to just kind of wind down.
I like how you're able to like distinguish that. Like I got the smoke where I'm just smoking, I'm just chilling, getting high, I'm chilling, no real thoughts or nothing going on for real. Just chilling, relaxing, decompressing. And then having those intentional smokes. As soon as you said intentional smokes, I kind of knew what you meant because I do the same. Like, oh, I need to knock this out and smoke me an L so I can get my creative juices kind of flowing.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna tap it. I ain't gonna smoke the whole L. Sometimes I get too high, I can't focus. Tap it a couple times. That really gets me going. So yeah, I liked how you was able to like.
Yeah, kind of categorize it. And kind of do that because like we used to just smoke a lot. A lot of us did. You know what I'm saying? Especially in our earlier stoner days, we were just smoking just to smoke or whatever. But like
trying to get stoned.
Yeah. Now that I've actually kind of taken, and I think taking more pride in trying to find quality nowadays, I think that's made me slow down a little bit too.
Just smoke
and like be more select. Yeah, because it's like, you know what I mean? You get to a certain point where you're like, well, damn, what, like, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just fired up 10 minutes ago. Like,
I'm
still high.
high.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to roll up right now for real. What am I rolling up again for? Like, did I really even enjoy the smoke I had 10 minutes ago if I want to smoke again 10 minutes later?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so I started to take more, like, you know what I'm saying, do more quality control in what I was smoking.
Quality control. I like that.
For real.
And
that shit changes the experience. So now I don't need to, smoke as much, roll up
as
much.
I'm starting to get more into that myself as a smoker, like the overall experience, bro. Like the whole entire experience, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm picky. I want it to look good, smell good, smoke super good. I want it to break down good.
All of it.
I want the packaging to be really nice. I don't like when I just get, even if it's gas, I don't like, that's just my personal, feel on it. I don't like getting it in no, like.
Just any old kind of anything. Yeah.
I personally don't. I know some people who, they'll tell me, bro, don't put it in all that fancy package. I'll just throw it in. You know what I'm saying? So, but I look for more of the experiences in my smoke. Like, how does it get me high? Like, I know some weeds, bro, they have me super paranoid. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily like that anymore. Yeah. At a time, I liked it because it was like, oh, boy, I'm stupid, stoned. Like, boy, I don't really like that. I like more of like an uplifting smoke. More like a motivating smoke, something I'm still clear-headed.
Yeah. Something you can manage, what I mean, and function off of.
Right.
We did used to just want to be smacked as possible.
Yeah, I don't always necessarily want to be smacked. I might just smoke to take the edge off, or if I know I'm going to be somewhere I'm not super like, I want to be in big, crazy crowds. I can hit a little, calm me down a little bit. So.
Yeah, make it a little more comfortable going into certain environments, you know what I mean, where we might have to code switch or we might have to, just be, in any uncomfortable environment for sure. I'm sure a lot of us do that. Nah, definitely, man. Definitely. Like just quality controlling it and being more selective. Yeah, that shit it's been nice to do that. I definitely I thought, when I was younger too, I would always like, and I still now, I've never taken a tolerance break, like from smoking, like just to take a tolerance break or anything like that. I've never had to do that. But I mean, now being a little bit older, I get it. Not saying that I would take one, but I mean, I kind of get it now.
You see why?
You know what I mean? I see it. And I see like now, like I said, like, oh, you don't need to really even sit there and just like smoke all day long that for real. Especially if you're smoking some good weed, like you don't even need to do all that.
No, I think, and this can kind of apply to everything, bro. Too much of anything can be bad for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I think with weed, I think people start to depend. I'm guilty of this myself. Like people depending on it more so for coping. You know what I'm saying? And that gets to the point where I'm burnt out all day, smoking.
Every
And,
time anything happens, bro.
Yeah.
It's any kind of
Same
inconvenience,
as eating
anything.
too much fast food. It's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't handle smoked out like that all day. Some people can. You know, it's a personal thing too. So, I think anything too much can be bad for you. So I would say, like, even myself, like, I'm working on cutting back, you know, slowly but surely, just kind of fading to the back a little bit. Not being so smoked out, being more in the present, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I think
and just like a tip that I learned, honestly, I saw a clip from Nipsey Hussle, and it hit me because he was basically talking about, you know, he's pro weed and all that, but how he stopped getting high coming to meetings.
Okay, I think I may have seen that.
To me, were some very valid points, bro. And he wasn't saying like, I don't think I can do my shit high, but he was like, I'm a lot sharper. And just being real, people in that workspace, they look down on you for smoking. And honestly, it puts you at a disadvantage to those who are not.
Right.
Just
they
to
gonna
be
try to
real.
get over on you because they feel like they got that edge over you. You're not as sharp.
They already
as them
judge
in some
you
aspect.
for, if you're a pothead, you're automatically lazy. You know what I'm saying? You're automatically, like, again, it goes back to the whole movies. We were talking about that on the other episode about how they, you know what I'm saying, how they represent stoners and smokers in movies like we're all just lazy, goofball, don't really take life serious kind of people, when it's not that. I understand that perception and everything. I don't agree with it, but I can understand that. But yeah, I think that hit me and it had me really thinking like, damn, boy, that shit right. Because there's been times where I have been in meetings of very important places high as hell. And, you know, that comes with me being super young, but at the same time, it did put me at a disadvantage. It did have people looking at me like, look at this dude here.
And you probably didn't realize it until afterwards.
Didn't realize it at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm coming to a cannabis meeting, everybody getting high, and it's not like that.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I kind of thought the same thing, or like I didn't know what to expect when I first got into the industry and started to like talk to people and like, you know, go to like trade shows and go to events and stuff. Like you said, I didn't know what to think, but I thought it would be more like, okay, it's cool. It's a stoner community. You know what I'm saying? Like I can just wear, you know what I'm saying, some sweats, like a sweat, you know what I mean? Some sweats, hoodie.
I know exactly
You know
what
what I
you
mean?
mean.
But like, yeah, you get into them certain rooms and talk to those certain people, and it's just like you can tell that they've kind of filtered you out in a certain way, like, or put you in a certain box. It's just like, oh man,
sure.
like, and for me, I don't have no problem talking myself out of that box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what I have on, like, just the way I can talk to people, like, I can change your mind on the stigma that you may have or the prejudgment. But it still is anybody trying to do that there all the time.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times you may not even have the chance to even talk yourself out of it.
Far.
You may just, they may just count you out. You may be over with. Just off the fit, for real.
Nah, seriously.
You know, but
I'm right there.
I
with
get that
you.
100%, man.
So yeah, I think smoking in moderation is really good. And again, it's something I'm working on currently right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
and what you mentioned like reading and stuff. Like I've been on it super heavy. What you reading right now?
I'm reading a book called The 3 Wishes by U.S. Anderson.
Okay.
And it's a little different than what I usually read. I don't want to say, it's definitely not a self-help book, but it's a book basically like helping you take advantage of the tools that you already have and helping you access those tools. It's really big. It's mainly about being able to somewhat control your subconscious. Even though you can't really control your subconscious, but it speaks on what do you feed your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? In order for those things to come into fruition in your physical life and in real nature and stuff like that. So it's big on like brain power and the power that you have within. You know, just being super dedicated, having a lot of faith. You know what I'm saying? understanding that you can access these tools, but you have to break down a lot of the impediments that you like, social impediments that you gain over time in our society.
That we all have.
Yeah, that we all have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has impediments. Impediments can be based on, you know what I'm saying, just where you come from, you know? So it's just a book just basically breaking down the old way of thinking and kind of giving you a new way to think. And it's very like uplifting. It's putting the ball in your court type of book, like taking the bull by the horns. And instead of waiting for things to happen, like you're like physically forcing them to happen with the way that you think, you know, your outlook on things. Like instead of always complaining and wondering why I don't got this, let's look at the good shit. Like I'm still alive, I'm still living, I got legs to get up and go try to get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a good book like that. Real interesting. Yeah, I think you would like it.
Yeah, I definitely would like that. Like anything like, you know, mental and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean,
For
tapping
sure.
into the consciousness and being in control, or as much as you can.
As
you know
much
what
as
I
you
mean?
can,
As much
yeah.
as you can, and trying to feed your brain good things. You know what I mean? And trying to keep that being, you know, concurrent
Like good
all the time.
positive
Like
energy.
Yeah.
Good
No, that's
vibrations.
fire. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check that one out.
Yeah.
I just finished and it's crazy because the book I just finished Wallow's book. Shout out to Wallow for Armed with Good Intentions. The book was fire. Y'all should go check that out if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
But he wrote a real great book, and it was kind of similar to what you said in the beginning. Like it's titled Armed with Good Intentions, but it's basically kind of like he tells his story about how he discovered that he was, you know, like armed with good intentions, and he was already armed with the tools that he needed to be successful.
Yeah.
And through the, like, you know, he was able to use like good intentions, you know, with his skill set to then project him and get him through, you know, what he had gone through, and like to the point where he became like super successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, but
He came right home, didn't he? And got straight to
yeah,
it.
got straight to it, bro. Him and Gilly,
Yeah.
they came, wasted no time. He came home and definitely got
So
straight
shout
to
out
that
to
shit.
Wallow.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Wallow.
like Wallow,
Gilly,
man. He at the age I'm at, point in my life now, I'm all about positivity, bro. And just pushing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be out here stuck in, you know, this ever-going wheel of just nothingness. You know, mindless behavior, acting crazy, reacting insanely. Yeah, I really like Wallow. I saw an episode. I'm gonna have to get that book from you too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We'll trade. I got some good shit in there. But I saw one episode where he was just speaking on like our response to things, and like I feel like in our culture, like the way we respond is everything, and we've made it to a point to where our first response is always, I'm finna turn up, I'm finna wig out.
Yeah.
I'm about to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the crash out was just real quick.
Yeah.
Like this,
And I'm so aggressive, I'm so defensive, I'm so mad and angry.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, don't even be that serious. We don't even have to push that. So, yeah, I like Wallow. It's something I picked up on, like how I respond to things. I think it's helped me out a lot in my own personal life, like learning to turn the other cheek, or, you know what I'm saying, avoiding certain things so that we don't even got to go down that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Especially because in our culture, it can be so easy to get into the shit that you know what I mean, that's get you off course type. So, yeah, it's definitely always good to have something to get you stay on course. Man, but yeah, that's dope. We definitely can trade books and all that. I've been definitely on my reading game. I just started Coach Prime's book.
Oh, I know that's a good one. Hey, shout out to my brother, Unk_305. My boy loves Prime.
Coach Prime?
Yeah, he loves Prime.
Yeah, man.
He probably done read that book you talking about. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, it just came. He just dropped it not too long ago. But yeah, I just started that today actually, and I'm already 2 chapters in. But it's good though, real solid. I already know just so far, but yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. But I'll definitely rock with Coach Prime.
What is like kind of like the theme to the book? Like
that one is called 21 Ways to Dominate and Elevate and Dominate on and off the field. So he's using examples of on the field, what he's done on the field himself, and then through coaching, and life experiences,
Right.
and how he has been able to, impact people's lives in that way. And then he makes it relatable. So even if you're a person who doesn't understand sports or it doesn't into sports, they can still take the lessons from it and then apply it to their life,
To their own life.
the way they can elevate and dominate. You know what I mean?
Same way.
Yeah.
I think last episode you spoke on how baseball kind of has set your foundation up for how you kind of want to maneuver through life and shit like that. So
I think
Coach
it's extremely
Prime is,
relatable. And he played baseball and football at professional level. Like he's the only nigga, as far as I know, who went to the Super Bowl, played in the Super Bowl and World Series.
Man, I love Coach Prime. I think, no matter what his views are or how he may, how he does things or how he goes about things, I think people give him such a hard time. Same way they did LeVar Ball. I think they're such excellent examples of black men. They love on their sons. They love on their people publicly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? He puts his emotions out there. He's super genuine. He's for the kids. You know what I'm saying? He's super successful.
That's what we do it for.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look what he's done for HBCU football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look how he's making his way up the ranks and he's making impacts on a lot of players. So shout out Coach Prime for sure.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I do have something I want to say though, and this is not like a hit at Coach Prime or like a Wallow or a Gilly, but I have a hard time reading books like that, and only because I'm such I just feel like right now there's such a big emphasis on celebrities and celebrity worship. And now, mind you, again, I'm not talking about Wallow, Gilly, or Coach Prime. Again, I think those guys are great examples. But I want to say that to say it's like, why do people go so crazy over these celebrities and they worship them and they think these people are on such a different level than them, and they base it all off money and materialistic things. But it's hard for me to get into that. It's hard for me to sit and read a book solely from a celebrity, because I don't know. I have a hard time with what we got going on now. I feel like we have so many celebrities and people follow these people so crazy. Whatever they say goes and they live by that. And I'm just like, what is up with that? What the fuck is up with the celebrity?
Do you feel
worshiping?
like you don't agree with from the celebrity aspect of them almost selling dreams almost?
Yeah.
Selling a dream or selling whatever lifestyle that they have
I think
as a possibility?
It's the dreams they sell. And I think I think you can put general good information out there for people, but I think it's hard. And I think it's good that you give us a peek into your life, but it probably falls back on the reader, but I think a lot of times the readers get caught up in, I got to do it just like this person. When it's bro, that is so singular to that person. That's so specific to his life. That worked because his life literally,
lined up that way.
Lined up exactly that way. Your life will never line up exactly that way. When people call me and they bro, I read a book or heard a story about this nigga, white boy Rick, or this dude found a plug on accident and he he going up now, he making all this money. And I'm just but bro, that'll never, realistically, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen for you in your life though. So why do you think everything he says goes now? Why do you put him on such a pedestal? Why does everything he says is so important?
I think that's because as the consumer or the reader or whoever's on the other end of it, I feel like they don't really understand that aspect, that the individual experience or the individual life that famous person or the wealthy person has had is individual to them. You know what I mean? They look at it like it was the formula is something that they can copy. You know what I mean? But that
Verbatim.
Laurel can't it can't be copied in that way. I think, but there's a responsibility on them, like on you, whoever you are, as like a reader or a consumer of any kind of entertainment or whatever. That you have to realize that like, you know what I mean? Like your life is not gonna line up the same way as them, and you just got to take the pieces from it. You know what I mean? That you can apply to your own life. But like you said, you can't put them up there and be like, okay, this is word. Whatever they say is Bible, is testament. Like that's what I got to go by.
Yeah.
Because that's when you know what I'm saying? That's whenever shit gets weird and they used to getting off track. Because then you're going to set yourself up for disappointment too. Because whenever shit doesn't work out in the same way it worked out for them, then you're going to be mad at them. Like what happened?
Like they laid you down the raw path.
But you know, it's funny you say that because I'm with you on that, and I know what you mean because I don't really like. All right, for example, I don't really support like the. I never was with like the Forex shit. Obviously, like the Forex, that type of aggressive shit, or like even when everybody like during COVID, when everybody was like buying courses from everybody was selling courses on how to get rich quick and all that, right? I never really felt that and like supported that because I'm saying like you just said, like, dude, your situation, whatever you did to get rich quick or whatever you did that worked for you.
Yeah.
That does not mean that you need to start just having a course and selling a course and getting these people to throw their money like it's gonna work for them in the same way. You don't know what these people got going on. You just taking their bread and they're already in need.
Listen,
you just taking their bread, selling them a dream.
It's two celebrities specifically I thought of when I made that comment, right? Mm-hmm. And I like these people. You know what I'm saying? I real life like these people. Like I like them in the industries they're in, and I think they are smart people. I think they've done great things, right? But I'm gonna name them. It's Rick Ross and Gary Vee. I like them a lot. I've read a bunch of Gary Vee books. To be real, I read at least, I ain't gonna say a bunch, but I read like 3 of his books.
Oh, okay.
So there was an interview with Rick Ross. He wrote a book. Self-help book. I saw a lot of my people read his shit.
I read the Boss Up.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I read that.
It was like, yeah. So it bothered me that I saw an interview where he said, and he bragged about it. He came out and they asked him about it, but bro said he didn't even read it. It was on the Breakfast Club. So I didn't even read it. And he said, and I get it, if you can't write, you're not a writer. Of course you hire writers, right, to put your ideas down and this and that. But the way he kind of came off and explained it was like, yeah, I just kind of told them how my life was, and then they put it in the book, and then boom, y'all can go get that book, learn from me, figure out the things I did to become the great person that I am. And to me, it was like,
so he just like white labeled the book.
It was whack as fuck because it's like, oh, you want me to kiss your ass because you got rich. You ain't even read the shit that you put out. How did you not read the product that you put out?
That's crazy to say. I've never even seen that clip. I'm gonna have to go.
Bro, it's on the Breakfast Club.
I'm gonna look at that shit. I didn't even hear him say that. I don't remember him.
Bro, he didn't even read the book.
That's crazy.
So at that point, I'm like, so now I have to question the validity of everything that was put in this book. You didn't even read it. How the fuck do you know?
If you didn't read it, that means you damn sure didn't write the whole thing.
That means strangers wrote this book. That means now I'm reading whatever the fuck the strangers had to make up in their mind off what you told them and had to just go with it. And y'all put that book out. So I had a big issue with that. And I was like, yo, they out here taking advantage of the celebrity worship and selling this bullshit to people. They ain't even reading and checking behind. Probably done made millions off the shit. And I'm not saying it's a good or bad book. All I'm saying is that Rick Ross didn't read his fucking book that he put out.
That's
his
wild.
Own like book about how to become successful. So
that's wild. And the book was good. The book was straight.
And I don't doubt that. He probably had hella great writers on it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll get to Gary Vee. I won't go too long on that. And you know, I'm just questioning that. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right or wrong, but I do. That what makes me question that. So then let me get to Gary Vee.
Understandable.
As much as I love Gary Vee, dog, Gary Vee will hop up online and be like, oh yeah, it's so easy. You got to do this. You got to work hard. You know, this and that. Man, you can just go to the store. You see a bunch of pieces of candy all on sale for $2. I go and I'm driving down the street and I see fucking garage sale and I go and I pick these items up and I'm gonna go sell them for double and triple. And like he puts out all of these videos like this of what you can do to get money, and this is what you need to do. And it just hits me like, bro, you were gifted an entire wine business when I think you turned 18 and when you graduated college. You were gifted a $1 million business. Whether it was considered profitable or not, it was still a $1 million business. Whether it was in debt or not, I don't know, but you still were given a $1 million business.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that really happening for anybody out here that's reading his book trying to make it? I'm a 32-year-old man reading your book. How there are some things I can learn, I'm sure, but bro, for real, you started off with $1 million in the business and a father who was in business. You know what I'm saying? And like you hop online and be like, oh, you can go do this, that, and the third. Bro, did you do this, that, and the third? I highly doubt if you had a $1 million wine business and doing all this and that you was out there hustling like that, going crazy, but you telling us to. And that's just a small thing that I've seen Gary Vee do. It's plenty more, but I don't want to get too deep into it. But it's just like, I just have an issue with these false.
I can see where you're coming from with that angle with Gary Vee, because I mean I haven't read the books, but I am familiar with the his story somewhat, that he did get handed that business. And that's kind of how that went down. But he did. But like I said, I have to read his books and read up more on them. I'm not familiar with how much he like boomed the business once he got it. Because like you said, from my understanding, it was in debt, and then he got it and then turned it up.
For sure.
But
there are things to be learned for sure.
That's just kind of what I take from it, like you said. But I do understand that certain level of the constant, like when you get to that certain level of like where you're just constantly like on people, like, yo, do this, you can do this, you can, like it's kind of it's foggy. Like there is. I understand what you're saying.
It's weird
because it helps a lot. A lot of people do take away the good shit from it and away the grind from it and learn how to grind for real, because a lot of people do need to hear some of that shit.
Yeah.
Like whenever he got it, what he knows about turning it up, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people need that type of shit. I need that. We all need that who are in business. I turn some shit 100%. Up. But I do see what you're saying though, because it just like it's kind of like how I was saying too, like how niggas like during the pandemic, niggas got rich. Niggas got rich, bought a Ferrari, and then just started selling courses and shit. And it was just like, dude.
Selling a lifestyle.
Yeah, or like, niggas got the PPP and started flipping that shit and went crazy. And then next thing you know, they was on there trying to, sell some courses and shit. It's like, my nigga, you know that's... come on.
I was in the middle of doing that, but I ain't gonna lie, I started feeling like a fraud in a sense because I saw so many people kind of being fraudulent with it.
Yeah, that's the difference.
And I stopped it. I didn't sell a course to nobody. Solely because I felt like, man, that shit...
Yeah,
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always the line that's like the means well. There's always that part of it that people mean well, but then there's the some of the people that kind of give it, that kind of taint it and give it the bad name. Where like these people don't mean well. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, bro, I said this shit. And
so they kind of messing it up for the image of everybody else.
A bunch,
yeah, they messing it up for everybody else because people aren't gonna rock with it whenever it doesn't really feel authentic, or whenever people can spot holes in your story, or you got handed some shit, people are definitely gonna attack that and shoot that down off the rip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were fed hand fed, hadn't given anything, like that nepotism, people hate that shit.
Yeah,
people hate that shit. But
so that's
I can understand it, man. I think everybody just needs to, like I said, take away the certain lessons from these people that you look up to, read on, whatever. Take the certain little bits and pieces that you can apply to your life, and the positive pieces that can encourage you. You know what I mean? But like, don't take it.
Don't take everything.
Don't try to relate to these people. Don't try to. You don't know these people. You don't know what they got given to them. You don't know what they've been through. You know what I mean? So just don't try to relate to them in that way.
Yeah, that was just my little random spiel, just a little thought.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on.
I thought about something else too, man. All right. So I know you're familiar with how like the NIL, like, okay, you know, a lot of people are pro NIL, a lot of people are against the fucking NIL, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm for it. You know, honestly, if I had to choose a side, I'm for NIL. But I think what NIL has done to like college sports is kind of like compare what the people complain about is kind of what is what's happened to the cannabis community. I think it's very comparable. Like I think like recreational, the way after like recreational cannabis has like, you know what I'm saying, after they places have gone rec, I think that the vibe kind of gets similar, like the changes are similar to how like what NIL has done to like college sports and shit like that.
Okay.
Like because like with NIL and college sports, it now is about the money. You hear these coaches talking about these kids are like, yo, how much can I make here? You see people transferring all over the place. Like, how much can I make, right? That's what it's about, the bag. So that's what it's become more about. I feel like that's the same thing that's kind of happening in the cannabis community. Like since it's been legalized and like spread a lot more, like now it's just like the bag, the bag, the bag. It's not about the community no more. You know what I mean? Like all the shit that we talk about on a constant basis about the community and like where that's kind of missing, I feel like that's like
I do think
like,
that is a pretty great comparison.
Yeah, it's probably because the money is such the forefront now that like
so
the love is like on the back. It's not the people don't really
it's
got
so
the love
money
anymore.
centric right now.
Yeah,
everything is money focused.
So people aren't really looking out for a real community and looking out
feel
for
it like get the money, but
yeah,
you know, keep your morals. I'm about to. Hey, bro, we was here one day. And it was Christmas time, and bro, the neighborhood had the carolers come around, like all in cars and like trucks, and everybody on the back of the cars and the trucks,
like on the little trailers. Yeah.
Nigga, with the Santa Claus elves, I'm out here getting stoned, bro. I'm hearing something coming down the street. I'm like, bro. Is this some movie shit? Like, niggas is careless?
Jingle bells, though.
God, it threw me off. So I ain't gonna lie, I got paranoid. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, man, is this some little kids or something that's about, it was up. So smoke that. I just had let it up. That's the thing. I just let it up for it to air out. And bro, the boys pulled up at the worst time. Talking about every car that passed got hit. Bro, you should have seen the faces. I got the video on to show you. Bro, it was like, what the fuck? And then one lady, bro, there's one lady who's caroling loud as hell. And then everybody gets awkwardly quiet. Like, you could tell everybody was looking around like, y'all smell that shit?
Yeah.
And he was all white.
Shit. Yeah, because this neighborhood, that's what I'm saying. I already knowing with this neighborhood what the crowd was looking like.
So, bro,
what the trick-or-treaters were looking like.
The lady says, she says something at the end of the song. She says, and it smells like weed out here. She says, no, she says, somebody's getting high out here. I was like,
yeah, right, lady. You quiet though. All that.
Like, no, that shit.
Boy, that's funny, man.
Up, bro.
That's funny.
I was like, bitch, you done made the block hot.
Smoking in the garages and then letting that bitch up after it's real like, fog is crazy. Like, and then will somebody else be out there? It is crazy. Like during the summertime,
that shit probably. That's what I'm trying to.
That shit is just because you can't see. And then with this, it's like you can't see. You can't tell. You never can tell if they're like coming down the street or not. By the time the door opens too, it's already open.
And
it's already open. By the time they get here, by the time they get out front, it's over.
Bro, that motherfucker hit them boys, dog. That shit hit them. And bro, I tell you, bro, everybody probably caught a contact.
Yeah, I know that was wild.
I sat in here and smelled like two of them, so you know it was foggy as hell.
Yeah.
I opened that mother, I seen the smoke going out there. Where's we at?
NIL. Talking about NIL in the cannabis community. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I think that those two things tie together. They kind of feel like they've changed in the same way. Like there's just been a gradual change in both areas, like with NIL and college sports and the cannabis community kind of the love being taken away and it kind of just being like money hungry, kind of greedy.
I could definitely agree with you there, dog.
Um,
I can see that.
but
100%.
like all things though, I think it'll balance out. You know what I mean? That was definitely the second part of the thought. You know what I mean? Because my first initial thought was like, damn, like it's kind of the same thing that's happening. But I think both things will level themselves out eventually. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah. I think that's a great point, though, that it will balance out.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you get everybody who's super money hungry in the beginning, doing all this and that, it don't go nowhere, so they eventually fade out. That fades out. And like in football, it's gonna get back to true talent.
Yeah.
Not like, a lot of players, I ain't gonna lie, like they be having NIL deals off like popularity.
Yeah.
Or I ain't even gonna say popular, being very likable.
I know what you mean though. It's not really all about the game for them. Like you said, and for some people who, the ones that still have that true passion for the game and love the game first and foremost, then those are people who are gonna have longevity. You know what I mean? Have long successful careers. And that's how I think the cannabis community will circle back, eventually. Like you said, because the people who are really in it for real.
And a real football player. I mean football like people who really watch football, who really love the game, they're gonna get tired of in my personal opinion, they're gonna get tired of they're gonna want to get back to real football.
We don't want to see that shit.
It's gonna be to a point where players are gonna be asked for too much and be like, you know what, we don't even want you. It's some great player out here too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who will go on to be
the
crazy.
Pros and cons ain't gonna be, it's not gonna be worth it. The cost ain't gonna be worth, you know what I'm saying, the benefit. Yeah, I think we're gonna see that more and more, especially with sports, and with the cannabis community, all that, you know what I mean, all that being money hungry and greedy, and just putting that stuff first, it's gonna waver itself out. Because the people who are really in it for real, for the love of it,
for the love of
they're
the
gonna
game,
be around, Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I did hear a pretty good message from church last Sunday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think I watched church last Sunday.
Yeah,
I did. I watched
good.
it online.
Yeah. It was about looking forward,
but not too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good message. Yeah.
I felt that because a lot of times I do catch myself like, as soon as I hop on a type business venture, I'm already like, but we gotta have the best of the best this, the best of the best that. It's gotta be top of the line. You know how I get, bro. And so, bro. And so I have to tell myself like, all right, bro, you trying to goddamn throw for 60, 70 yards, dog, just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Catch a little.
You're trying to throw the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
You
We
gotta
can get some
rock
first
like
downs. Yeah, we can get some first downs. You know what I mean? We can get some first downs on the way. We can extend the drive, run the ball, pass the ball.
Yeah,
because our playbook, you know what I mean? Our playbook is extensive. We don't. It's like unlimited. So it's not like we have to live in this small couple of pages where it's right. We only got a couple plays. Like it's fucking the NFL street. Like
I got endless.
We got a playbook, bro. So we got to utilize it. You know what I mean? And know that it's there. Like the playbook ain't going nowhere, man. And it's we adding to it every day. But no, that message definitely related to it in the same way. I was just like, dang, because I do the same thing. Like, dang, like whenever I get an idea or something I want to do, I'm like already thinking about like in the future, like, okay, all right, if this works out, then I'm gonna do this, then I need to do this. And then, like I said before, it just ends up leading you to some disappointment or some letdowns. Then you be, you know what I mean, trying to like backtrack it. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good for your mental,
you lose
man.
Your confidence in it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not good for your mental. It's not good for your momentum and everything that you're trying to do. Because then you start to question like, damn, man, like what? Like you don't know which way to go after that because you're like, damn, this didn't work. All right, this didn't work. I thought this was gonna hit. This didn't work.
Yeah.
Like
I've been there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That was another thing I forgot. I wanted to talk about that because that was a real good message. That related, I could relate to that. That hit. As soon as I heard that, I was like, whoa, damn, I'd definitely be looking real far a lot of times. instead of just looking forward where I'm going and picking and choosing what I need to do over what I want to do.
That's a good one. What needs to be done.
You be knowing what you need to do. Majority of the time,
and you just
and sometimes you don't know, but
no.
majority of the time,
You
you
know.
know what you need to do for
Yes,
real.
sir. Yes, sir.
You just be doing other shit to avoid it, but you know what you be needing to do.
You know
real.
exactly what you need to do. You got that feeling
You
that's
just
on you
want
all
to do
day.
what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just want to do what you want though, but you can't do that. You got to do what you need to do, and whatever that is. You know what it is you need to do. You got to do that. Don't go the route you want to go. Go where you need to go.
Boy, that's some shit to be said right there.
Man,
I swear.
Promise you, man.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good one. Dog.
And every time I fight it, every time I'm able to fight it, it really go where I need to go. Even if it's tough afterwards, and I'm like on the path, I'm like, yo, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I didn't take the easy way.
Glad I got that shit over with.
Yeah,
I'm glad I gotta worry about it.
Word, because getting that the understated, like getting the weight off your chest after you done, you know what I'm saying, like done the right thing or just have a momentum or something, like that's underrated, for real.
Nah,
you can really feel that whenever you like, okay, yeah, I did the right thing.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't do that other take it easy way.
I'm telling you, because then you always worried about the easy way.
Yeah, it don't feel the same after you took the easy way. It don't feel the same, even if it's momentary. It don't feel the same, boy.
Yeah, what's going on in cannabis right now,
man? The new year is already here. I'm kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen with all these places and like, how they're gonna approach this new year, and everything seems kind of loose here. So I'm just like ready for people to kind of jump out the gate and see what's gonna happen with it. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to.
I got a question. You know what doesn't make sense to me?
What's that?
And a lot of laws don't make sense, especially pertaining to cannabis these days. But in South Carolina, so THC is not prohibited if it is loose bud, if it's a loose flower.
Oh, okay. News to me.
But you can have it if it's pre-rolled.
No loose flower.
It has to be pre-rolled. So you can't pre-package it. You can't have a 3.5 pre-package.
Okay.
It has to be rolled. From my knowledge, it has to be rolled. And I'm like, at that point,
that's the weirdest shit.
It doesn't make any sense. What's the difference?
So they can only get pre-rolls.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. I can't even really think of like a reason why that would be. Like why would you do that?
Probably just this is what I thought of. Probably the look of weed itself. I think because the police won't be able to
like they just want it to be like people just smoking stuff, cigarettes, vapes and stuff.
Yeah, but they don't allow you to smoke it in public. But I think for them to be able to distinguish it on the streets, like policing, I think they do that so that people can't be in a loophole to where they can say, "Oh, this is THCA."
Okay, yeah, they don't.
I think they do it. Yeah, because you can't have a bunch of THCA in pre-rolls. It'll look ridiculous. Where the fuck you gonna get all that shit from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to a certain point, it's not. You're not gonna have.
Because 1,000 pre-rolls might only be a QP or half a pound.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna have a pound of pre-rolls.
Right. So it's
insane.
So I think the police do it for that reason. I think the state does it for that reason. To like nah. If we catch you with bud, then
that's interesting, yo. I did not know that they do that there.
Yeah,
I did not know that. That's news to me. I didn't know that they do that shit. Damn, that's weird. South Carolina would do some shit like that though. But that makes sense though, because I was wondering why there wasn't like a big boom down there of like shops like there is up here. You know what I mean? Like there isn't like dispensaries and stuff.
Going to jail. The shops and all. I mean, there are people that still do it and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's still a little bit down there, but like, it's not like here. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's why a lot of
it should
people
be.
don't really be understanding what THCA is or
Yeah, they don't.
how the
They don't.
laws
Yeah.
work behind THCA.
Yeah, they don't. I be trying to, like, you know, I have no problem doing it at all because, you know, people reach out to me all the time. But like, yeah, I be having to explain to people all the time, kind of like what it is and like how I'm able to go to how the dispensaries work here and all that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Damn, I didn't know the laws was like that. Like, that's wild. But
Just weird.
yeah, very. I'm glad I'm not down there no more. I'd have to buy pre-rolls and shit all the time. Yeah, that's whack. I'm not trying to do that. Not trying to do that. Man. Oh, man, some weed events coming up this year, man. Trying to get out there and move around, go to some weed events. You know, network, meet some folks. You know, talk to some people.
That's what I
Bring
really
some great
want to
content.
do, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm really excited about, man, for this year. That's it. It seems like that is the move, and I'm here for it. Just amongst the community, I think that could be another way to bring the community together. Excuse me. I think that could be another way to bring the community together if there starts to be an uprise in events and, you know what I mean, like pop-ups and community stuff, trade shows and, you know, business to business, you know, meetings and how all that
Yeah,
kind
I
of stuff.
think that'll be great. Especially
Yeah,
if
community
people get
stuff,
out there.
you know, I mean, puff and paints down, I mean, whatever, man, meet and greets with, you know, rappers and celebs, famous people and stuff, like, you know, whatever the case may be, artists, you know, new strain, they have just, you know, artists pull up and do performances or like maybe like a new strain drop or something like that. Like, yeah, I'm definitely here for all the shit though.
Yeah.
It seems like there's definitely an uprising in that though, so.
No, it is. I think there's a place, especially here on the East, where, you know, like we spoke about, some people need to step up into those spaces and provide that for people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give people a space and if at least if you can't allow people to smoke inside, at least give people a place to meet and gather, like a meeting place, like a comfortable place for people to meet in the community.
You know,
at
and
least
communicate, talk,
network
ideas,
or something.
network.
Like have a little something, man. Yeah,
Right.
Like, just like how people have these little, you know, mixers and
Like a
whatnot
business
with
mixer.
alcohol. Let's do the same thing with cannabis. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? What's
seriously.
the difference?
There is no difference.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's what these events and pop-ups and all that turn into.
I want to get out of Thailand. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, we definitely need to get out there for sure. Cannabis scene out there is booming, crazy. Definitely need to get out to Thailand.
There's like a trade show in Thailand.
Oh yeah.
going on.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
I don't even know. I forgot what it was called. I looked it up on the internet. I think it was on Eventbrite or something.
Okay.
But it looked like it was a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They are all in over there.
They're
Fucking
all
cannabis
in.
for real.
In just a
They
few
are all
years,
in.
you go to prison for a blunt out there.
Now you good. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need. We're gonna make our way out there for sure. Very booming scene out there. I think Spain has got a booming scene too.
Oh yeah,
Cannabis
Spain
scene.
is booming. I was working with a company in Spain called Max for Life.
Okay. What do they have? They have a big festival or event out there too.
Yeah.
Spanibus.
Yeah, Spain,
Yeah.
Spainibus.
Yeah,
They
whatever
also
it is,
hold
yeah.
like competitions.
Oh yeah, like cannabis cups and all
Yeah,
that.
they had a big one in Barcelona.
Yeah. Barcelona and Ibiza, I heard, is
The
where they
company
be getting down.
Max for Life placed in one of those
Really?
competitions. I think
That's fire.
it was for CBD though. It was for I think CBD extract.
Yeah, that's fire though. You know what I mean? Winning awards is dope. Yeah, we definitely got to check that out.
Yeah, shout
But yeah,
out
Thailand
Max
for
Life.
sure. Thailand and Spain definitely.
We got to
on
go
the top of those
international.
international lists. Yeah, to check out for sure. Yeah, definitely want to go on some. I want to start this weed tour this year, man. I'm definitely trying to do that.
Really.
Start like a weed tour, even if we start in the U.S. Tear up this East Coast first, then we can go do whatever. Go international. But yeah,
I'm with it.
with all the
Brother.
shits, yeah.
Bro, you know who else cannabis market is going crazy?
Who's that?
Puerto Rico.
Really? I did not
They have
know that.
dispensaries all over the place.
I didn't even know they was
You
with
have
it
to
like
get
that.
a medical card, but it's so easy to get a medical card.
Yeah.
Like me and my boy flew down there and got it same day. I think he like paid for it while we were on the flight. As soon as we landed, we pulled up. He went in there, did whatever test the doctors did, and they gave him a card right there on the spot. Took his picture. Yeah.
Damn. That's fire. That's fire. Yeah, I didn't know that PR had that. That's pretty dope. I definitely would want to go over there. Like, I heard it'd be wild over there, but I mean, that's somewhere I definitely want to visit though, because you know, I mean, obviously, like I'm a baseball fan, and like they
Yeah.
get down with the baseball over there.
Yeah.
So like, but
That's
I mean,
what we
I heard it's
saw a lot
beautiful
of.
place too.
Like how you see a lot of basketball goals. And
Yeah.
Bro, it's just baseball.
Everybody
playing baseball in the
it's different
streets.
over
Yeah,
there.
it's different.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's different. That's why they be whooping our ass in fucking baseball classic. Half the league is from over there. But yeah, we definitely gotta check that out. I didn't know they was booming like that with the cannabis. That's dope though.
Yeah.
So that's another spot.
Yeah. It is jumping over there. On every corner, it's a.
Yeah, man, we can do that shit, man. Passport ready, we can hit it. Yeah, man. Got anything else for the people? So yeah, that concludes another episode of the Rollin' Tray. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned. We got some more stuff on the way. Appreciate everybody again for tuning in. As always, keep it rolling. Peace. We out.